Well, my job for this afternoon is we've got two, like, so we've got mustard and we've got like a mixture of brassicas, radish, fodder rape. This is actually a new bit of cover that's going in next year. So, and obviously it's got standing corn on it, so I'm going to take this up and broadcast it just by hand into the stubble, because I don't know when the wheat's going to be coming off. So we're just going to broadcast it in the stubble. We have, fingers crossed, at long last, a bit of rain promised. So we'll get up there, spread it on top. Hopefully the rain will get it going, and then we'll have a little bit of cover extra for the winter. So that one is just mustard. It's got some name on it. And this one here that we put in has got emerald forage rape, Jupiter leafy turnip, Bracco mustard and a fodder radish. It's not the best way to do it, but it's the only way I can do it at the moment because I've still got wheat in the field. So I'm just literally going to go up one side, broadcast it, come down the tram line, broadcast it, and we'll see what we get. That's what it looks like. All different sorts of seed in there. Hopefully one or two of them will grow and give us a bit of cover. Right, so this is the problem what we're up against, is that, you know, this was all drilled in end of May. Okay, and it's been so dry, ground's been so dry that the maize is just literally chitted, got to that stage and just died off. Same here, look. See, no root on it. It's just died off. And if you look out there, see that will make something, but the problem we've got now is anything's getting on it, because there's no moisture everywhere across the countryside or across here. It's just died off, and the maize is now is vulnerable to attack by hares, rabbit, deer, anything that's desperate for a bit of moisture, and they're going to come along and chonk it. So, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it. I mean, we're trying to control the hares, but and you know, but hopefully we get a good rain. That's what we need. We need an inch of rain, like this weekend. I talk about rain. We need an inch of rain, then we need 2 or 3 sunny days, and then another inch of rain. To make up for the lack of rain, or the rain that we haven't had, basically. You know, we've had May, June, just been 2 of the hottest months on record, so I understand, and it hasn't done any good, hasn't done us any favours here. So anyway, we'll just do a bit of broadcasting. So here's a perfect example of what we're up against now, because the maize, I mean, the maize should be waist high by now, but this is what, because it's sort of like really lacking in growth. This is a deer, but it's come along, crunch, crunch, crunch. Just took it off. It's another bit over there, there's another bit there, and that's what we faced. I mean, you know, it would have to be a 24-hour 7-day-a-week surveillance on it to stop things coming on here. But when you've got like 200 acres of dead, barren ground with no greenery on it, everything's coming here. And that's the problem that we've faced this year with these really hot May and July and June months. Stuff's not grown. It does need a bit of wood. It hadn't grown, hadn't got away from everything, and now it's vulnerable to attack. Here's a good example of what's happened. That one there, that's as we do it. It's got a little tiny shoot on. That one came through the ground and just died, couldn't hack it. Another one there, put the shoot down, tried to come, as soon as it came out of the ground it just got burnt off. Same with there. So there's a shoot, that's the root. Put that down, that come through the top of the ground, just got burnt off. That's what I just seen literally walking across the maze there, so that's what we're up against. It's going to be a hard old season. So you come and check the birds last thing at night, which was about 10:30 last night. Everything was fine, all settled down for the night. You get here in the morning, water pipes come off. The air's been fairly blue. I didn't realise that lady there could swear so much.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, on we go.
Get in there.
Last one.
Last one. Go. Gas is back on. Hopefully that'll keep them clean now and dry.
Yeah.
Good workout this morning. Oh.
Well done. So the forecast tonight, tomorrow, over the weekend is we are supposed to get a decent amount of rain, and I am desperately, or I desperately need it. Fingers crossed we're going to get it. But what I'm doing here again, I've moved a piece of cover yesterday, so we're just broadcasting a bit of mustard and brassica mix into the standing wheat. So hopefully that'll come up, that'll give us something this year, and then next year when it comes to drilling it, we'll drill it, we can plough it and drill it properly with maize. So it's going to be a piece of cover that's along this hedge here, and it comes back down to the main piece of cover here, which is just here, which again I've got to come here tomorrow and just try and put some catchment crop in here with the drill. So as the birds coming off here, basically we're hoping them to go that way over the valley. So they'll be coming off here, straight down there, over the valley, making it decent birds to shoot at. So, but I'll just go and spread this by hand, like I did. Just literally, I'm going up the tram line, and just going to spread it. Come down the side of the field, spread some more, and whatever I've got left, I'm just going to chuck it in there. That hasn't been sprayed with any chemical, so if this rain that we're going to get, it might just boost it all up as well. So as you can see, the maize is there, but it's just been so dry, it's just not done nothing. So again, like I said, we're at the last chance saloon, so I'll just get on with this and do this. Oh, that's that job done. I'm just going to put a little bit on top here in this maize right in this corner here, just to help. And like I say, then tomorrow I'm just going to bring the drill up and drill in that valley there, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, a bit of heavy rain might just save it all. So probably the last stage, or one of the final stages now of the birds in the sheds. Day olds, they were in the shed. About a week old, we let them into the night shelter. 2 weeks, we had them in a 10x10 open run, and now 4 weeks today, we're putting on another big run. So this is the last run that they'll get before we move them, probably 6 to 7 weeks before we move them into the big release pen. So we just sort of like kept expanding the runs and the room that they've had all the way through. Like I say, till when they're finished here, they go over there into the pen. So the big day is fast approaching for the arrival of some partridges. So the system I use, got 4 hoppers in here with pan feeders underneath. The morning that the birds turn up, I'll put a big heap of grub underneath each hopper, and then I'll put a few heaps dotted around here. This will encourage the birds to feed underneath here, get to realise where the pan feeders are, and carry on feeding. We have an automatic drinker there, 1 automatic drinker here, so they know there's water out of there. That comes off a big header tank, which I've just got to top up. So we have water here, hoppers here, get the birds in. I'll keep them in for 2 or 3 days until I know everything's fine with them. Once I know stuff's fine, then I'm letting half of them out, and then within the next couple of days I'll probably let the bulk of them out as well. So within a week most of these partridges will be released, and then it just gives the pen a little bit. Then probably about a week, 10 days later, I shall have another lot coming in, same pen, same system, same everything's the same. Have them in, keep them in, release them, and then probably after the second lot, I think that'll be it. And then once they're gone and released, the pen comes down. Never leave a pen up for shoot season. That's when you know work's getting to you. Couldn't find a pair of glasses, thought I'd lost them. Found another pair. So that's nearly that pen ready. The only thing I've got to do now is bring the water, fill the header tank up, and put the electric fence round. Well, that's I'm not going to do that till the weekend, and then next Monday is when I'll get the birds in. So, but that's the general setup for what I use for releasing partridges. Got to just make sure that fills up and the water stops coming out here. There's nothing more frustrating than you think you got it right. There's a little tiny drip. Over a couple of days it empties the tank, and then you've got to refill it all. So one's working properly. The last job now. About me there. So the earth, so this is what I mean about the scaffolding poles that we use.
I think it's
that machine works.
You can hear it.
Schoolboy error. Ah, God. Right, we'll start again.
No, that's...
No, come on. So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by 8,000 volts of electricity. That's the scaffolding pole, and as you can see, or you just saw, that certainly does a good earth. So that's in the ground about 1'18" I filled it up with water. So that there. This goes onto the actual electric fence, like that. And now I can reconnect. Don't really need to see whether this works or not, but we will test it just to make sure. So lights flashing. So, plug the earth in there. Put that on there. Bang. See the it's going up to 5,000. I can assure you that that's more than 5,000 volts. Right. So this pen's ready. Well and truly. I've still got tingles in my arms.